Hey guys, so hopefully you can hear me alright. Doing a ride up of the all-weather mountain bike route today. You'll notice I'm on a different bike. I'm on a Trek Remedy from the Bamford bike garage. They've been very kind to give me it for the day, and this route has also been suggested by them. So this video should be going up and will hopefully help people who are hiring bikes just to see what's out there so close to the bike garage. If you are ever near the bike garage, I'd highly recommend you check them out. Really nice guy there, James. Really good service. He's currently working on my crank that was coming loose in the last video. So we're on the road for a little bit on this section and then climbing up towards Mamtor before following the road around, and then we'll hit the off-road section and hopefully we'll get some good footage. So this ride today, I've done it a couple of times. It's a really good one. There's some really good technical sections, really good technical climbs, really fast flowing bits as well. It's a really nice ride. This ride also has Jacob's Ladder in, which is a really tough, technical, rocky downhill. It's a brilliant ride and hopefully the gimbal will make it really watchable. I was really impressed with the footage from Jumble Road the other day. I was amazed at how smooth the gimbal made it look. Hopefully it'll do the same again today and you'll be able to watch some of me going down Jacob's Ladder. Alright guys, so we've just clocked in at I think 4.5 miles, 26 minutes, not doing too bad. Here we are on the off-road, should be a good one. So we're going to extend it all the way down here, following it along, and you can see in front there's that hill just behind the trees. We're going to head off over that way and then eventually loop around to the right hand side down Jacob's Ladder. There we go, first off-road section with the 12 speed. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Such sharp gear shifts, I don't need to worry about it at all. This 12 speed is so adaptive. I've never had such a smooth gear change, this is crazy. Right, so we're on to the first main bit of downhill. This should be a good laugh. It's quite wet today on the ground, so I'll have to avoid puddles because of the gimbal. I'm not too sure how well these tyres grip, but we'll see how it goes. Woo! Right, so on the first major off-road climb of this route, and the downhill before here is absolutely incredible. Such a fun one. Hopefully the GoPro is stable enough on the gimbal so that it's actually watchable. I can imagine it will be, but still, it was a very rough descent, so hopefully it looks alright. I've tried to mess around with the angle that the gimbal was facing, so it should show more of the handlebars, I hope. If not, I'll get it right next time. But got quite a climb up now, quite a climb all the way up to the second highest point of this ride before dropping all the way down, and then it goes down one of my most favourite bits of single track in the Peak District. It's an absolutely brilliant route, so hopefully the footage will justify it. I've got to admit I was sceptical as to how well the 12 by would climb, but it climbs incredibly well. It's just a case of getting used to the bike. There is quite a step up between the lowest few gears, but this is handling it really well. I'm not sure we'll be able to get up this next section. That's a struggle even on my own bike, but let's have a look. Nah, spinning out. Not bad though, really impressed with it. Almost at the top now, and then probably take a few pictures and we'll make our way down. Met a couple of cows there. Pretty big cows. I tried to make myself noticed by them. Hopefully they heard me. Oh, you gotta watch out for them though, because if they start charging at you, you're gonna know about it. Fast little downhill bit now, and then, as I say, onto one of my favourite sections. Favourite single track sections in the Peak District. Swapped over to a new battery. We're going to head all the way down here. This is one of my favourite descents in the peaks, and then climb all the way up that in front of us, which is Kinder Scout, the highest point in the Peak District. Woo! Awesome descent, that one. Really fast, really fun. I will say the one thing about this ride that I dislike is the number of gates. Obviously they're there for a reason, but they are quite annoying. So off we go. Final major climb now, all the way up to the top of Kinder Scout, and then we'll descend down the other side, down Jacob's Ladder, and then it's nice and steady back to the car park. Alright guys, so we're at the highest point you can go on Kinder Scout as a cyclist. As you can see, it does go further up, but that's for walkers only. We're about to head down this way. I'll stop a couple of times on the way to make sure it's still filming nicely. But yeah, this is the descent to Jacob's Ladder. Hopefully footage looks okay, and we'll see you at the bottom. Hey. So that was the first section of the downhill from the top of Kinder Scout. Now for the next bit, Jacob's Ladder, then we're going to head all the way down there. Wow, that descent is absolutely awesome. I've never done it so smooth before, or at least it felt really smooth. Hopefully it looks alright. Hopefully there's not much moisture on the lens, because it was a little bit wet coming down there. But this bike handled that perfectly. That was a much nicer descent than it is on my Scott. And I don't have arm pumps, so I don't know if it's a case of the carbon bars or the longer travel, or maybe a combination of the two of them, but don't have any arm pump. I'm feeling really good. That was a brilliant descent. Alright guys, so that's near enough the end of this ride now. The rest of it's just on the road up towards the car park in Edale again. It's a really good ride. It lives up to its name, the all-weather mountain bike ride. If you're ever in the area and you need a bike, I can't recommend going to the Bamford bike garage enough. The service there is absolutely brilliant. And this Trek that I've been borrowing for the day, oh wow, it is incredible. It doesn't climb as well as my bike that I'm used to, but it makes up for it on the descents. As I say, he's got reasonable prices. James, really nice guy. I'd highly recommend you go check him out, even if you're just in the area and you need to buy a few new parts, or if you need to get your bike serviced. Well worth checking him out. So back to the car park now. Hope you've enjoyed this ride, and I look forward to seeing